Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be running you through how to use 8 or even more if you're clever colors with one AMS Lite. It's a pretty common knowledge that the biggest flaw with the A1 is it only supports one AMS Lite, uh, as opposed to the P1 or the X1C that support multiple full AMSs. So you could have 16 colors. uh, there are plenty of videos out there showing you how to, change spools at the pause. But the secret sauce here, and the reason I'm making this video today, is the pain is changing the active color. From what I've seen, nobody is talking about it. So we are going to go through that today. And for those that clicked on this video just for that, I will be putting a timestamp in the description so you can jump right to it. For everyone else, we're going to go through the entire process. Now, some of you may see things that I do that are maybe the wrong way or not the way you would do it. If you would like to give your input and put that in the comments, that would be great. Please be respectful. Okay, so without any further ado, let's get into it. So the design you've been looking at is a fridge magnet for work, for my work, for personal use. I chose the Infinity Gauntlet because that would be a good showcase. It has 8 colors in the design. So if you look from the side here, click off there, you'll see that I have 4 of the colors elevated above everything else. And that's important. You need to have a layer where you can do a pause and change out the colors. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So moving into it, I've already sliced it, so we're going to go into the preview. All right, looking good. So we are going to find that layer. So we're just going to go up here till we start seeing things disappear. Okay. All right, it looks like layer 49. And then we can confirm that by coming down to 49. And that is the first layer that the color starts in. So we are going to pause it right there. And then reslice. So at that layer, we are going to change all 4 spools. And I'm going to show you how I do that. The last step here, print plate. Now you need to map your colors. So black, orange, and yellow. Now this brings up a good point. You want to have a map like this of how you want your colors, because you are going to get to a point where you're going to have to remember where you're putting all of these. So I would highly recommend doing some kind of map. Also, try to get the hue as close as possible, because remember, when it's calculating its color changes, it's doing different flow or different flush amounts for each color. And if you're doing a stark change, like from say black to say white, something that keeps the previous color a little longer, it's not going to be quite as clean. So I say that and then I go from yellow to purple, but it is what it is. So anyway, we're going to go here. So red's going to become black, or black is going to become red. Gold is going to become orange. Well, and then green is going to become blue. And obviously yellow is going to become purple. All right, and this will all make sense when we do the change. So I'm going to send that to the printer just like that. And I will come back to you when it's time to do the change. Okay, so now we're at the pause. Time to change the colors. And again, you're going to want your map, like I showed earlier. Bringing it up for me. So you see number 3 is blinking. That means it's the active one. That's the one we're going to do last. I'm going to show. That's the one that's a pain to change. So the rest are easy. Roll it out. Watching the end. Because as everybody's told you, don't lose control of your end. Black is becoming red. Now, one thing I need to point out is when you're loading at the pause, it's not going to auto feed. So you have to manually feed it up. I don't know how far you're supposed to, so I just go until I can't anymore. Obviously, you can kind of experiment with it, but this is what I'm comfortable with and what has been working. Speeding it up. That should be good. Number 2, gold is becoming orange. So now you know the easy part. Now on to the secret sauce. The reason I'm making this video. Changing your active spool. So if you come down here to your control screen, yeah, it's paused. You see that you can't unload. You see the green is currently loaded, unload is grayed out. So what you're going to have to do is manually go to your control. See your nozzle is set to 90. That ain't going to work. So you're going to bump up your nozzle. 240 is fine. And let it start warming up. While it's doing that, you're going to come over here and you're going to manually cut it. After you've cut it, you're going to push up on your extruder. You're going to hit it 2 or 3 times. That should get it out of the extruder. Once you see that stop spinning, you should be able to withdraw as usual. Now you will get an error message saying the cutter is stuck. It's not stuck. Just say, okay, it's fixed, and move on. Our nozzle is up to temperature. So now we're going to manually prime it. Or manually purge, however you want to call it. So this time we're feeding all the way to the extruder. Alright, go till you can't anymore. Keep pressure on it. And you're just going to start feeding down. You're going to feel it feeding.
And you just gotta keep tapping that down extruder, watching your purge. Alright, that wasn't enough. Let's go a little bit more. Okay, we'll call that good. So, now I don't know if this part is necessary, but I always do it. Because as you remember, your nozzle was set to 90 for the pause. So we're gonna go right back to 90. So as far as your printer is concerned, you didn't do anything. I like to pull that little extra filament out of there. Just try to keep a clean house, you know. Up. So as soon as it gets back down to 90, which we should be able to see, yeah. So there's the error I was talking about. You're gonna resume printing. Problem solved. Printing was paused by the user. You're gonna X out of that. Now you're gonna watch. When that gets back down to 90, you're gonna hit play and carry on as you were, with all new colors in the slots. Alright, now that it's at 90 Celsius, we're just going to hit play and let it finish. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. And for any who stayed till the end and were curious, this is the final product. But, yep. So it works. Have a wonderful day.